GM, guys. I'm in Paris, by the side of the Seine. Sunny day, beautiful green sky. It's been like 3 weeks. We haven't had a fucking green sky in Paris. So, I was thinking, the sun is so nice. I haven't been in the fucking sun for a long time. I was in Uzbekistan not long ago. There was sun a few days, but it was fucking polluted. You know, there's so many cars over there that pollution is crazy. And there was clouds of pollution, but most of the time it was just cloudy and fucking cold and freezing. I came back to Paris, and for a week it was fucking cloudy and disgusting and polluted. And now finally, it's sunny. So I was thinking, the sun is so nice, isn't it? The sun makes you so happy. I was out the window, just enjoying the sunlight on my skin. I was like, how fucking nice this is. And it reminded me of the time where I was depression maxing. You know, I realized that in my life, I've been depressed for the first 21 years, like literally. I went to university in England, came back at age 21, I think, or 22, I don't remember. 21. And during this whole time I was fucking depressed. For different reasons. First, I was like, the biggest story of my life was that I was rejected by all the fucking girls. I was getting friend zoned all the fucking time. And then I realized that I can change my life, and I did. But I was mostly depressed for girls because I was addicted to video games. When I say addicted, I mean like 12 to 16 hours a day playing, sometimes 20. And if I had classes, then I'd be 8 hours at school, 8 hours on the computer, you know. So, girls, video games, and sugars, but I didn't know about sugars at all. I didn't think I was eating that bad, because I was eating mostly what my mom was doing, and my mom cares about like making food with good products and stuff. So I thought I was healthy. Not healthy, but not unhealthy. And I had this, and since I've been in England, I was drinking a fucking lot too. Because I can tell you a thing, that English people drink like motherfuckers. Especially on the fucking weekend. Sorry, I'm distracted by the police. I said weekends, but no, they drink all the fucking time. Every fucking day of the week. I was in Nottingham. Nottingham, the town of Robin Hood. And in this town, there's 2 universities, so there's a shit fucking ton of students, like 80,000 students, and clubs all around the town. And the city center is small, so there's a lot of fucking clubs in the same area. So every single day of the week, a few clubs were open. So every day of the week, the English people went out. I was only going once or twice a week because I thought that was already fucking much, and I don't know how the fuck they did it. They're like literally genetically alcoholics. So I just went once or twice a week, and I thought it was already fucking hard. And since I've been improving my life, I've realized that there's things that you do in life that max your fucking depression. Because I thought I was just an unlucky guy with girls. And I've learned with time that it's not about fucking girls liking you. And it's only, I know you've heard this everywhere and you don't want to believe it, but it's when you stop caring about girls that they start paying attention to you. The reason why they don't like you, or they like you as a friend, you're such a good friend, is because you give them too much attention, and that's not how girls work. Girls need their ego satisfied. I mean, girls want their ego satisfied. Sorry, I'm just checking people, not fucking coming while I'm talking about cringe stuff. So, girls are trying to get their ego satisfied. And when you're, how can I say, a nice guy, right? You always try to please them. But when you please them, when you've successfully satisfied their ego, then they don't care about you. They like you when they're trying to get satisfaction from you, but you don't just provide it for free. You know? So if you stop caring about girls, if you actually start caring about your own self and spending time for your own self, you'll realize that girls will try to get satisfaction, validation from you. You can bet that girls have like 10, 20, 50, 100 more guys in their DMs telling them how beautiful they are, if they want to go on fucking sushi date or something. And tons of guys offering them stuff for free. And it's nice, a good feeling for them to get those free things, right? But once they have it, what's next, you know? Doesn't mean that she wants to fuck. And then, when you're the only guy that doesn't give her free satisfaction, she starts thinking, why is this guy not giving me what other guys are giving me? And that's when she starts getting into you, because she wants your validation. And when I was a fucking chaser, I didn't realize this at all. Nobody told me. Because I had friends who got every girl they wanted, but I guess they didn't pay attention to this either. It's just that they're born with a certain mentality, certain personality that girls like more. Because maybe by personality they don't care about girls, or they try to be cocky or assholes. But it's not about being cocky about a nice guy or bad guy at all. It's about, if you're trying to satisfy a girl all the time, she will get fucking bored. You need to keep a suspense in the relationship to make her deserve things, instead of giving for free and damaging yourself while doing it. So I think I've had like 15 friend zones. 15 times I got my heart broken. I mean, so I'm rounding up, maybe from 10 to 15, 10 to 20, I don't know. I didn't count at all, but every year it happened once or twice. And I just thought I was a fucking loser after some time. And I didn't understand what was going on. And I was extremely feminized. Because when you're the friend of all those girls, right? Your friend zone, you become their friend, you chill around girls. If you chill around girls, you become feminized. And it's something that I never realized either. Because when I was a kid, I was raised by my mom and her 4 sisters and my grandma. So I was really in a womanized environment. My father was there paying for stuff, but really not taking care of me as a child, you know, not making me do manly stuff at all. So I was fucking feminized. And I didn't realize it, and that's what society today does to everyone. Maybe my case was even worse because I was surrounded by women from birth. But they're normalizing women things everywhere. Girl bosses and shit like this. And as a man, you are not meant to be led by women in nature. Not at all. You are meant to be the leader that protects and cares for women. You don't take orders from hoes that don't want you to fucking have fun. That's not how it works. You're the man, you have fun, you do whatever you want, you conquer. You become the best man you could ever become. And then girls like you. Because you're the best man they can get. And during my whole life I didn't know that. So I was getting heartbroken. And then girls told me they loved me. And you know, they put tons of heart emojis and shit in the messages. But it was as if I was their gay friend. I was very feminized. I was dressing up. I ended up dressing with pink stuff all the time. I've ended up, you know, in this teenage era where you're drinking so much and everyone tells you it's okay to be gay or to be transsexual, to be all this bullshit. So I was kissing guys at the club. I thought it was fine. Do I regret it? Yeah. I regret having been so feminized that I thought it was fucking okay to just kiss guys. And you know what? That's the thing. I think that's pretty controversial, but I think the main reason why there's so many gay people nowadays is for exactly this reason. It's a lot of guys who are rejected, women who are rejected too. And so the only thing they find as a, what's the word I can use? Refuge. The only refuge they can find is guys of the same sex or girls of the same sex. Because when you can't find a mating partner, the only other people you will find are other deprived people. So that's why there's so many gays, that's why there's so many depression, because you're looking for other deprived people. And yeah, I was fucking seeing guys at the club. I didn't date any guy, right? But at some point I was like thinking, oh, this guy looks pretty handsome. What if, you know, what if? I was literally, my brain was gayed. I had the gay fucking brain because of all the rejection. And it only took to understand that manlyhood is necessary. Masculinity is necessary in life, especially for a man. If you're a man, you're supposed to be masculine. What do you think? You're born with the masculine sex because you're a fucking man. So as a man, you need to be surrounded by men. If you surround yourself with women, it's nice, right? Like you can have friends, although you could argue that you can't make friends with women. I'd argue it's a valid point nowadays. But I used to have like 90% girls as friends, and 10% men. And I was spending my time the same, like 90% with girls, 10% with men. Which is what made me so feminized. And that's what, as a man, leads you to depression. You are not meant to be around people with this mentality, because women mentality and men mentality is not the same at all. Women brain and men brain is not the same at all. If you spend your time as a man surrounded with women, if you spend time with your male brain around women brains, you will become feminized, and that will bring depression onto you, because you're not supposed to be in this kind of environment. You're supposed to be a fucking man. I'd say women were the biggest cause for my long-term depression, chronic depression. But there was also my diet. Because when you don't give a fuck, when you're playing video games, you drink Coca-Cola all day long. I had a fucking... Every day I was buying a 2 liters Coca-Cola water to have it next to my computer, and I was drinking, fucking downing 2 liters every day. And I never saw a problem in it. And I was eating processed breads and, highly processed breads and Nutella for breakfast. Fucking processed foods for lunch. It was my mom cooking, but like she was trying to do good, but she did what she knew better, what she knew best, and she was using processed ingredients like pasta. You think pasta is nothing? It's processed, and it's fucking sugars, and sugars make you fucking lazy and depressed. I know it's controversial what I just said again, but now that I've experienced the carnivore diet and the sharpest mind I've ever had, I can tell you that that's an absolute fact. So I was eating sugar all the time, drinking sugar all the time, not doing any exercise. I didn't do any exercise from age of like 12 to fucking 22. I was just doing video games. I did judo before I was 13. Got to brown belt. Pretty good for my age. But I stopped because there was a rule that I think you couldn't get black belt before the age of 16. So I literally gave up, stopped when I heard about this, and thought, fuck this. I'm not waiting years to get my fucking black belt. So I stopped completely and played video games all the time instead. League of Legends, Minecraft, some French video game, Dofus, and I probably have like 40,000 hours on video games now. And that, so I was not active at all. Sat all day long. And when you play video games, you tell yourself, oh, it improves your reflexes, right? It improves your brain functions. Your fingers get so fast. This is such fucking geek excuses to play video games. Video games bring nothing good for you. And one day you'll realize that all those years you've spent hating people on League of Legends, being sad and depressed and fucking angry, physically ready to destroy anything, because you were just getting mad that you got killed 7 times this game. You had 0 kills. You were getting camped by the jungler or some bullshit, and you got so angry and you started shouting at people you care about and insulting them and your family and your friends with whom you've been playing. And you'll realize that at some point video games only brought you fucking toxicity and destroyed your fucking lifetime. At some point you'll realize that you need money in life. And all those 40,000 hours I've spent on League of Legends and Minecraft and Dofus are hours where I haven't been making money. I've actually been spending money for those video games. I could have learned a skill for 40,000 hours that would have made me a fucking billionaire, maybe just a millionaire, maybe just well off financially. But instead I spent hundreds or thousands on video games. So overall I was destroying my health, destroying my mind with video games, destroying my body with alcohol and sugar, and ruining my mind with girls. Because when you're heartbroken, you think about girls all the time, all day long. And you read those fucking memes about, is she thinking about me? I hope she's thinking about me because I'm thinking about her all the time. You're fucking gay. If you spend your energy, your mental energy on women, on video games, on alcohol, on partying, all this time you're spending on shit that goes downwards, you know it's going downwards. Luckily I wasn't on drugs. I haven't been a drug person because I was so busy playing video games. I wasn't out with the fucking junkies. I was home playing video games. But it's the same shit. It's an addiction that forms your dopamine and keeps you addicted, and you can't do anything else, and you come back to it and you leave and you come back and you leave and you come back. Still an addiction. So for this whole fucking time until I was 21, I was destroying my body, mind, everything. And of course you can't expect to feel good in life when you're only sabotaging yourself. All you do all the time is sabotaging yourself. You're never working towards your goal. And you might be thinking that, oh, you work a lot at uni. Oh, I'm actually a student, I study, I do things that will make me successful later. You have to understand, that you are one person among billions, maybe billions of students, and definitely millions of students that study the same thing as you. And you'll be millions of people with the same diploma, and there's only going to be a few thousand jobs. So, first of all, even if you care about what you're studying and you really want this diploma specifically, you won't be alone. There's going to be a shit ton of people with the same diploma taking your jobs. So that's the first thing. Second is, it's very likely that at some point you realize that you don't give a shit about this topic of studying. And you don't want to keep going doing this bullshit. You don't want to spend all your life doing fucking mechanics. You actually want to help people have a physical life when you go outside, not be at a desk all the time. That's going to be the second realization. And then at some point you realize that you'll have to make money, and that if you keep, maybe you need a doctorate in your field of study, and you'll be 2 years into your bachelor's and realize that your parents can't help you financially anymore. And if you keep going with this field, with this path, you're going to have to be studying 6, 7, 8 years before making money. But you need money now because your parents can't help you anymore. So you'll have to do something else. Find a side job or something, and maybe you start liking this side job, and then you make it your career instead of your studies. The number of people with diplomas that they don't use is insane. I myself have a politics diploma that I'll probably never fucking use. So that's about studies. If you're a student, you think you're using your time wisely by going to university during your timetable hours, you're doing nothing. You're doing the exact same shit as other fucking millions of students. You are not special. You're not doing anything good. If you want to be special, you have to work overtime. So if you're playing video games on your overtime, you're not getting better. If you're going partying, you're not getting better. If you're staying at home depressed over girls, listening to sad songs all day long, I was doing this. For many fucking days and weeks I was doing this. If you do this, you won't be exceptional. But if you're just destroying your body and mind all the time, and never even working towards yourself once, because you're just going to uni, which doesn't make you special at all. It does nothing. It makes you a good fucking pawn. If you're just doing the pawn work and nothing more, that's the only good thing going for you, is the pawn work, and all the rest of the time you're destroying yourself. You're depression maxing. Depression maxing through drugs, through cigarettes, through seeing friends that just all smoke together, all drink together. You have to be in good circles. If you stay surrounded by toxic people, they will damage your life. They'll be nice, they'll be good friends, but they'll damage your life by being fucking negative and toxic and bringing nothing good to you. So you're depression maxing here. There's kids on the boat, check out. They said hello. I say hello. Anyway, depression maxing all the fucking time, right? You have to start working towards yourself. Fitness is the best way to fucking start, because once you start working out, it's going to be the first thing that you know you have to keep going for a long time without seeing results before the results show up. And it's the only thing that you know for sure is going to work if you keep going and you don't give up. So by working out, you are guaranteeing to teach your brain this lesson. To teach yourself that work takes time and you might not see results, and it's not going to be fun. Sometimes it's going to feel like shit, to be painful. But if you keep going, it's going to work out. So you have to start. And fitness is the easiest way to take care of yourself. You also have to spend your time wisely, feeding your brain, feeding your mind with important things. Not fucking video games, not the 4 spells of the 220 champions in League of Legends and passives. That's fucking insane to know about all the League of Legends characters, passives and spells. That's an unbelievable waste of your fucking time. All the time you're not spending towards making your brain better, making your body better, it's time that you will never get back, that you will have spent depression maxing. Because it will bring depression every time you focus on something that you think brings you good feeling. Video games, for example. If you try hard to get the good feeling, it hits back on the other side of the spectrum, of the pendulum. It's all a pendulum. If you chase for the good, you will get hit back by the bad. And it's not some woo-woo ass bullshit, I'm telling you. It's fucking life. Every time you chase good, you will receive bad. You need to be indifferent towards anything. And to be intentionally working towards your own goals. And video games are not your goals. It's actually the goals of the video game company that's trying to make you pay for, and is actually making billions from you. And you think you're getting something, you're getting dopamine. And when you chase dopamine, once you have taken all the dopamine of the day, you feel like shit. When you have been farming dopamine for 6 months, you feel like shit, you'll be depressed as fuck. So it's the best advice I can give you to change your life. I feel so good nowadays. I was so depressed and now I'm proud of myself. Proud of my fucking biceps too. Abs, I have crazy abs. But I'm not gonna show right now. There's a lot of people looking at me flexing the fucking video. I'm not gonna flex it in the fucking city, but you get me. I'm proud of myself now. First time ever. During 22 years, I wasn't fucking proud of myself. I was fucking sad, depressed, a fucking loser, seeing my friends being better than me, getting girls and I wasn't. And yeah. Take care of yourself, of your brain, of your body. Your body is your temple. By building your body, you build your brain. And by building your brain, you build your body. You can't ignore one. Because people nowadays think that they're so much more intelligent than this. You know, they don't need fitness. They're so intelligent. That's such a fucking loser mindset. And being intelligent and fit is the best feeling in the world, I can tell you. If you're just intelligent, you're cocky as fuck and you're unhealthy and you're lazy as fuck. You have to be fit. If you're just fit and dumb, well, at least you're happy. You know? You don't know you're dumb, so you're fit. But you could be dumb and unhealthy, and that is probably a sad fucking life. So instead of being depression maxing all the time, everything you do in life, you need to see it as something that was built by someone else to take value from you. Video games. Someone is trying to make money from you. Drugs. Someone is trying to make money from you. From your vices that hurt you and might kill you. Cigarettes. Same thing. Sugar. Someone's trying to make money from you. Someone's trying to sell you fucking sweets. For what fucking reason would you sell fucking sweets to people? To make money. There's no other reason. It's fucking toxic. Now I was talking about how sugars are bad for you, making you depressed. If you consume too much sugar, too much glucose, not only sweets, right, but pasta, bread, potatoes, all this shit, if you consume too much, your body becomes inflamed for being overfilled with sugars. And that's what makes you lazy. That's what makes you lazy. You don't realize it, but I'm on carnivore diet right now. I've been on the carnivore diet for 6 months. I mean, I've been on and off doing carnivore and then carnivore cycling to gain muscle mass. But mostly carnivore. And I'm telling you that a brain on the carnivore diet is so much fucking different. And your body too. You don't feel lazy anymore. You wake up after 5 hours of sleep, you're fucking energetic. you're a predator on the carnivore diet. You become what you eat. Well, if you're eating sugar all the fucking time, you're becoming lazy and slow, and you want to sit down after you ate, and you can't fucking stand back up for 2 hours. That's what sugar does to you. So I beg you to start working out, to start reading books. Or if you don't like reading, I was the same. You know, I have an extreme case of ADHD. I can't focus. So I started with audiobooks. Although I've started reading books too, because one day you'll realize that you've been wasting so much fucking time and you have to catch up. And to catch up, there's books. You might think it's slow to read books, but some books have so much value in them that it's absolutely worth the time. So you have to spend time reading, listening to audiobooks, listening to intelligent people tell you about intelligent things, instead of people who tell you how they broke their computer because they missed their pentakill. You have to care about yourself, because once you'll start caring about yourself and not being focused on girls. Girls will notice, but it doesn't mean that you have to be working out on yourself, and as soon as a girl comes and talks to you, you have to be a simp again. You don't do that. You make sure you keep working on yourself, and when they're coming to you, you make it clear that you're working on yourself and you don't have time to fucking go have a drink and then to the cinema and then get drunk and then tomorrow we'll be lazy and watching Netflix and shit like that. No. You're working. You're trying to get better. You've wasted so much time already. You don't have time to waste no more. You can't be spending all your fucking day watching Netflix. You're building an empire. And even if it's a small empire, you have to be proud of yourself. You have to build something that makes you proud. So you have to make sure that you don't fall for girls, you don't become a simp, you don't stay a simp forever. You have to understand today that it's when you'll build something that girls will want you. If you are nobody, girls will not want you. There's no reason. Girls genetically just want someone that can provide and protect them. Are you able to protect anyone? Your mom? No, you can't even. You're probably fat or fucking skinny. You have to start working out today. It took some time, right? But it took me 2 years to have the craziest transformation. Check out my Instagram if you want to see. In the bio, I'll leave my Instagram. And it took me 2 years to have an unbelievable transformation. In 1 year, I lost weight and started getting a fit body. And the second year, I got fucking ripped. So there you go. Start caring about yourself, and your life will change completely. Come check out my Instagram. You'll see more of my daily life and how I'm everything maxing, everything good maxing. You know, every self-improvement thing maxing instead of depression maxing. I try to avoid everything that's bringing any bad influence on my life. I want only things that go in the good direction in my life. Friends who smoke and drink and shit, I don't talk to them really. I like to talk about this kind of shit very deeply, so in the end I end up talking way too much. Sorry if it was too long. I'll try to keep it shorter for next videos. But come check my Instagram. I'm really trying to build some Instagram account, you know? And I'm trying to improve lives, so thanks for watching. Please press some comments, tell me about your life, tell me about everything. Press follow, bye-bye. Just an extra thing. I'm by the side of the sand, on the people's side. Everyone's fucking smoking and vaping. What the fuck? Smoking, vaping, drinking alcohol, eating chips. This is your competition, guys. Every single action they're doing is destroying themselves. It's easy to be the top 1%, for fuck's sake. So fucking easy. You just have to try. Keep trying, I swear.